We have made great strides in policy issues over the past year, and we're very pleased that several of our members of our congressional delegation wanted to make remarks today via pre-recorded video. Our Senate and some of our House members have been extremely engaged in helping our industry, and I would ask you to all offer your appreciation to them when you have an opportunity to talk to they or their staff. So with that, I'd like to start now by having a short video by Senator Amy Klobuchar and a greeting. Thank you.
Hello to all my friends gathered at LifeScience Alley's Advancing Medical Technology Conference today. I think you know that I would much rather be there with you in person, but if you haven't noticed, there's just a few things going on in Washington right now, and I'm just honored to join you via video. I understand you have a great group there today, including Governor Dayton, Jeff Shuren, who've been working with you to improve the regulatory process for medical devices at the FDA. And I want to thank everyone at LifeScience Alley and the Bio-Business Alliance of Minnesota for your tireless work to keep the wheels turning in this critical industry. The last thing I want to have happen is have the medical device industry turn into another, say, TV industry back decades ago, where the work just started to go to other countries, or what we saw happen despite this recent resurgence, but with our auto industry in the past. I don't need to tell you how important the med tech industry is in Minnesota. After all, we're the state that brought the world everything from the pacemaker to the Post-it note. So many med tech developments in our state. It has to stay. We're home to companies like Medtronic and St. Jude Medical. We have the largest pocket of medical device firms in the country, employing over 50,000 people across our state. But the importance of your work doesn't begin and end at state lines. The breakthroughs you develop are literally saving lives in states across the country. By the way, no surprise that we had 70 or 80 disease groups write in favor of changing the conflict of interest rules, because they understand that you are creating those life-saving devices that can save their lives, that can help their patients. That's what this is about. This is the power of medical technology. This is the power of progress, and you're doing the work on the front lines. Part of the reason that Minnesota's economy is doing better than the rest of the country, I think 2 points better, we're now at 6.4% unemployment, because we have a strong medical technology sector. It's about innovation. And as we continue to work to move our nation's economy forward, this is an industry we can look to for continued growth if we do it right. But in order for you to keep developing those new technologies and creating those new jobs, we need to make sure we have the right regulatory framework in place. As you know, I co-chair the Congressional Technology Caucus, and I've been working in that role to cut through some of the red tape that has made it harder for you to get new products to market. This fall, I introduced the bipartisan Medical Device Regulatory Improvement Act with Republican Richard Burr of North Carolina and Democrat Michael Bennet of Colorado. Our bill will streamline the approval process for medical devices in a number of ways, including strengthening the FDA's least burdensome requirement, let's make it least burdensome, and restoring balance to the agency's rules regarding conflicts of interest. This is part of a larger blueprint that will get the engines of America innovation humming again. As chair of the Commerce Subcommittee on Innovation, Competitiveness, and Export Promotion, this is where my focus has been, on creating an environment in innovative industries so they can thrive. It's the reason I recently introduced the Innovate America Act with Republican Scott Brown of Massachusetts, a bill that would create a competitive agenda for our country. This calls for everything from a better process for commercializing university research so that the good ideas that come out of our universities can make it to the marketplace instead of just collecting dust on a shelf, to tax policies that are stable and consistent, not stop and go, including a strong R&D tax credit that gives business incentives to invest in promising projects, an education system that promotes science, math, technology, and engineering in the classroom, and of course, a regulatory process that protects consumers with clarity and consistency, but is also good for innovation. We can't be a country that simply churns money and shuffles paper around on Wall Street. We need to be a country that thinks, that invents, that makes stuff, and that exports to the world. We have to get back to the brass tacks, fundamentals like the ones you practice every day: entrepreneurship, innovation, and progress. You've had a hard battle the last few years. As you know, I've fought to reduce that medical device tax, and there has to be more work done in the future. And right now, we're in a major battle to make sure that we can change this regulatory regime and make sure it works for all of you. And I know you look forward to hearing from Dr. Schern about the work that they're doing. I just want to thank you for the great work that you do in these areas, for all the jobs you've created, all the game-changing breakthroughs, the fact that I, because it's something I was born with, have a hip replacement that works so well. That wouldn't happen without all of you. So keep up the good work. I give you a toast with my Senate water since I can't be there with you today. Have a great conference. Thank you.